no one ever imagined he'd come back. For years, fans held on to hope, whispered theories, and searched for hidden clues. And now, against all odds, the moment everyone thought was impossible has finally arrived. Ty Borden is returning to Heartland, but this isn't just a story of reunion. It's a story of healing, of heartbreak, of confronting the past and rewriting the future. Heartland Season 19 isn't just another season. It's a reckoning, and Amy Fleming stands right in the center of it, torn between the man she lost and the new life she's begun to build. The Heartland Ranch has always been a place where second chances bloom, but no one expected a second chance like this. Season 9 begins with a twist that shakes the very roots of everything fans thought they knew. Ty Borden is alive. After his emotional death in Season 14, audiences grieved alongside Amy, watching her slowly piece her life back together. But now, whispers from the past become reality, as Ty returns in a way no one could have foreseen. Not a ghost, not a memory, but real, living, and carrying secrets that are about to change everything. The reveal isn't simple or sweet. It's complicated, raw, and filled with unanswered questions. Where has Ty been all this time? Why didn't he return sooner? What forced him to stay away? And why now? These are the questions haunting Amy as she tries to make sense of a world that has been flipped upside down once again. She's not the same woman who said goodbye to him. And Ty, he's not the same man who left. The years have left their mark on both of them, emotionally and physically. What was once familiar now feels foreign. Nathan, who entered Amy's life during her darkest period, had become a beacon of hope. His calm nature, quiet strength, and gentle affection helped Amy open her heart again. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to imagine a future, one not defined by loss, but by possibility. That journey toward healing was hard-earned, but now, with Ty's return, everything is thrown into chaos. Amy finds herself trapped between a past she never let go of and a future she was just beginning to trust. For Ty, returning home isn't a triumphant moment. It's a battle. He must face the consequences of staying silent for so long. There's guilt, shame, and confusion, all wrapped inside a man who still loves his family, but is no longer sure where he belongs. He walks into a world that moved on without him. His daughter is older. Amy has changed, and nothing feels quite like it used to. Even the land, the Heartland he knew, feels different. As news spreads of Ty's return, the entire ranch is rattled. Jack, always the anchor of the family, tries to hold everyone steady, but even he struggles to understand what this means. Lou is skeptical, protective of Amy, and wary of Ty's intentions. Tim is furious, demanding answers. And Lindy, still young, doesn't recognize the man who claims to be her father. This first chapter of Season 19 is not about reunion in the traditional sense. It's about the raw reality of what happens when the past suddenly collides with the present. The emotions run deep. Shock, betrayal, hope, longing. Amy stands at the edge of two lives. One built from memory, the other built from healing. Which one will she choose? Can she forgive Ty for disappearing without a trace? Can she let go of the safety Nathan provides? Or is her heart strong enough to hold both love and pain? Heartland. Season 19 opens not with comfort, but with conflict. And as the dust settles from Ty's return, one thing is clear. Nothing will ever be the same again. Amy Fleming has always been the heart of Heartland. Her connection with horses, her resilience through tragedy, and her unwavering love for her family have made her a symbol of strength. But in Season 19, she finds herself facing a decision that threatens to break that strength, choosing between the man she lost and the man who helped her find herself again. Ty's return, as miraculous as it is, doesn't come with easy answers. Instead, it brings a storm of emotions Amy thought she had already conquered. Ty is back, but he's a stranger now. His eyes still carry the same fire, the same passion for life and family, but they're clouded by pain. The years he spent away, silent, absent, unreachable, left scars on everyone. Amy wants to reach for him, to embrace the man who once made her feel safe, but every time she looks at Nathan, she sees peace, understanding, and the kind of quiet support that got her through her darkest nights. Nathan wasn't just a comfort, he was a new beginning. The community is split. Some cheer Ty's return, hoping the legendary love story of Ty and Amy will continue. Others stand by Nathan, recognizing the role he's played in healing Amy's heart. Lou, ever the voice of reason, pushes Amy to think clearly, reminding her that love isn't just about the past, but about trust, presence, and consistency. Jack, torn between the grandson-in-law he thought he'd lost and the new man who helped keep his family together, stays silent, watching, waiting, and praying Amy listens to her heart. As the ranch buzzes with tension, Amy throws herself into work. Horses have always been her escape, her therapy, but even that solace is shaken. She finds herself training a particularly troubled horse, one that reminds her of Ty's earliest days at Heartland. Wild, misunderstood, and full of untapped potential. In that horse's struggle, Amy sees her own reflection. She's pulled in two directions, uncertain of which path is right. The past offers deep love and unfinished dreams. The present offers calm, stability, and a chance at something new. Ty, meanwhile, is battling demons of his own. His return wasn't entirely by choice. There's a deeper reason he stayed away. Whispers of danger, of a life lived under threat, begin to surface. Someone, or something, kept him hidden. Maybe it was for Amy's protection. Maybe it was a punishment he felt he deserved. But one thing becomes clear. Ty didn't just leave. He was forced to disappear. And now, he's back not only to reclaim his place, but also to confront those who tried to erase him from the world. Nathan senses the shift. Though calm on the outside, he feels the distance growing between him and Amy. He watches the way her eyes linger on Ty, how her body tenses around him, how memories slip into her voice when she talks about the past. Nathan doesn't want to compete, but he also refuses to step aside without clarity. He believes in what they built together. And he wants Amy to choose, not out of guilt or loyalty, but out of love. Amy begins to question everything. Is love about who you started with, or who stood by you when everything fell apart? Can the heart truly love two people in different ways at the same time? She's torn between the comfort of the familiar and the courage to embrace something new. Every conversation, every glance, every silence between her and Ty, or her and Nathan, becomes heavy with meaning. And then comes a turning point, a moment that forces Amy to confront her feelings head-on. A letter, written by Ty during his time away. A letter he never meant to send. It's discovered accidentally, tucked in the pages of an old journal. In it, Ty confesses his deepest fears, his love for Amy, his regret for everything she had to endure alone, and his hope that she would someday find peace, even if it wasn't with him. The words pierce through Amy's carefully built walls, reminding her of the love that once saved her. But they also remind her of the pain. Amy realizes she's no longer the same person who fell in love with Ty all those years ago. And Ty, though still carrying the same heart, has lived a different life. Their connection is still there, powerful, magnetic, but it's no longer simple. Meanwhile, Nathan stands by, giving her space, respecting her silence, and quietly hoping she'll see that love doesn't have to be dramatic to be real. Season 19 doesn't hand Amy the answers. It forces her to search for them, to wrestle with them. And just when it seems she might be leaning one way, a new twist emerges, one that threatens to shift the balance again. Ty hasn't come back alone. Ty's unexpected return was already more than anyone could process. But now, with one truth unfolding after another, it becomes clear he hasn't come back alone. His reappearance in Heartland isn't just about rekindling old relationships or finding his place again. It's about protecting something, or someone, far more complicated. Whispers start circulating around the ranch. Strange phone calls, private meetings, and finally, a woman appears, a quiet figure from Ty's past. Not his partner, not a romantic rival, but someone who holds a key to everything. The woman who helped Ty survive. Her name is Lena, and she carries her own scars. Ty met her during the darkest chapter of his disappearance, a time marked by illness, danger, and secrecy. As it turns out, Ty had been involved in a remote veterinary aid program overseas, one that took a deadly turn when political unrest broke out. Trapped, injured, and unable to communicate with the outside world, Ty vanished not by choice, but by circumstance. Lena saved his life, nursed him back to health, and kept him hidden until the storm passed. But as months became years, Ty's hope of returning faded. His memories of Heartland became distant dreams. The thought of Amy, of Lindy, and the life he'd lost kept him going. And now, with Lena's help, he's come back, but not without complications. Lena's arrival doesn't bring scandal, but it does bring tension. Amy, still reeling from Ty's return, is forced to confront a reality she hadn't considered. Ty wasn't alone in his suffering. Another person witnessed his pain, stood by him, and became a part of his story. Lena isn't here to take Amy's place. She's here to let go, to hand Ty back to the life he belongs to. But even in her silence, Amy feels the weight of everything Ty endured. The guilt, the trauma, the emotional distance that time has carved between them. Meanwhile, Nathan senses the walls around Amy closing in. He never imagined he'd be caught in the shadow of a love as legendary as Ty and Amy's. And now, as secrets unravel and loyalties are tested, Nathan begins to question whether Amy ever truly let go of the past. His love has always been quiet, never demanding, never dramatic, but even the strongest hearts have limits. Nathan makes a bold decision to step back, not out of defeat, but out of dignity. He tells Amy that she deserves clarity, not confusion. And if Ty is her future, Nathan won't stand in the way. But he won't stay in limbo either. The decision shatters Amy. For so long she believed she had healed. She believed that Ty's death had taught her how to live again. But now, with both men standing before her, she's paralyzed. Each represents a different version of herself. With Ty, she remembers the girl who believed in love that conquered all. With Nathan, she sees the woman who learned to survive and grow from the ashes. How do you choose between your past and your present when both hold pieces of your heart? It's Jack who finally brings perspective. In a quiet moment on the porch, he reminds Amy of something she once told him, that horses teach you everything about trust, but you have to listen to your instincts. You're looking for the perfect choice, Jack says, but love isn't perfect. It's honest. It's choosing someone who sees all your broken pieces and doesn't walk away. Amy spends one last evening alone in the barn, surrounded by the memories, the silence, the stories written in the air of Heartland. She reads Ty's letter again. She remembers Nathan's steady presence. And in the stillness, a decision begins to form. Not from guilt, not from pressure, but from clarity. The next morning, the sun rises over the Heartland fields. Amy walks with purpose. She's made her choice. But we don't hear it. Not yet. Because season 19 ends not with a declaration, but with a moment of breathtaking stillness. Amy standing between Ty and Nathan, her eyes holding an answer only she knows. The screen fades to black, and fans are left holding their breath. Did she choose the love she lost, or the love that found her? One thing's for sure. Heartland season 19 has redefined everything. It's a story of love, return, healing, and impossible choices. A story that proves even after years of silence, some hearts still beat for each other, and others learn to beat stronger alone. And now it's your turn. What do you think Amy's decision should be? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of Heartland. Until next time. What we've seen in Heartland season 19 is more than just a reunion. It's a powerful exploration of love, time, and the paths we choose when life throws us the unthinkable. Ty's shocking return turned every assumption on its head, forcing Amy and all of us to ask some hard questions. Can you ever truly move on? Can love survive years of silence, distance, and pain? And what happens when healing collides with history? Season 19 didn't give us easy answers. Instead, it gave us real ones. Emotional, complicated, and deeply human. Amy's journey reflects the battles many people face when torn between what was and what is. Her strength wasn't just in surviving Ty's loss or opening her heart to Nathan, it was in allowing herself to feel everything again. The confusion, the grief, the hope, and finally, the clarity. As fans, we've grown up with these characters. We've laughed with them, cried with them, and held our breath during their most heartbreaking moments. And now, with season 19, we've reached a point where every moment carries the weight of everything that's come before. It's not just about who Amy chooses, it's about how she chooses. With honesty, with courage, with love. Whether she finds her way back to Ty or steps forward with Nathan, one thing remains true. Amy's story is far from over. And neither is Heartland's. There are still more horses to train, more memories to make, and more chapters to write. So, what's your take? Do you think Amy will follow her heart back to Ty, or has her heart found a new rhythm with Nathan? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing your theories and emotions about every twist and turn. And if you want to stay updated with every major update, behind-the-scenes story, and emotional analysis from Heartland, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of this incredible journey. Thanks for watching, and remember, love isn't always about the ending. Sometimes it's about the ride. See you in the next video. And before we go, just take a moment to reflect. How many shows can make us feel this deeply, year after year? Heartland isn't just a series, it's a legacy. A place where family, love, and second chances live and breathe through every scene. Season 19 reminded us that the heart can break and still beat stronger than ever. That no matter how far someone goes, the ones who truly matter always find their way back. So if this story touched you, if it made you cry, smile, or think a little deeper, share this video with a fellow fan. Because Heartland is best experienced together. Thank you for being part of this journey. We'll be back soon with more insights, predictions, and emotional breakdowns. Until then, stay kind, stay hopeful, and never stop believing in the power of love.